NCC, CEO, wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a gold builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black-owned firm, but we ain't all black.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter. What's happening? It's been a minute. It's been almost a week since I've seen you. My voice is a little gone. It's a little raspy. It's the reason why my voice is a little raspy. I have been turning up all last week, and that's the reason why I wasn't here with you all. But what's up? What's happening, my friends? Come on in. Where are you watching from? You know the routine. Listen, ain't nothing changed but a week. So wherever you're watching from, please put it in the comments, because you know this is a dialogue and not a monologue. What does that mean? I always want you to talk back to me and talk black to me, because we always have things that I believe that benefit you. I always want to talk to you about things that affect you. What's going on with Facebook? I'm trying to fix my Facebook. I don't know. You know how every time I come on live, the Facebook does something kind of weird. Anyway, what's up? Where you at? Where you watching from? I want to get caught up because a lot has been going on over the last week in politics. I want to talk about that, how it affects our lives, what we need to do, how do we mobilize, all of those things. Sheesh. Okay, what's going on, Facebook? Why you not letting me change the? That's weird. Okay, Facebook won't let me change the status. For the last week. Well, anyway, well, we'll go on Facebook later. But anyway, so where are you watching from? You know, I like, what's up? What's up? Okay, happy Monday. What's up, Linda? Thank you for rocking with me. You know, I haven't been here. I'm late also, so I'm like 45 minutes later, but I've been trying to get caught up on a lot of work. And oh my God, my voice is raspy. I haven't been talking all day. Okay, I see you, Mark from Raleigh. What's a real B from Philly? What's happening? What's crack-a-lackin', Big Mackin'? All right, so listen, it's been a lot going on in politics with the implosion that's going on in the White House and Donald Trump and Elon Musk, along with the explosion of what's going on in LA. It's very telling of the times we're in. It almost feels like Armageddon or the sign of the times. We're definitely in a fascist dictatorship, and it's weird. It's unlike anything that we've ever seen in the history of this country. It's really strange, but it's also telling. But I don't know. I was looking for this video that I seen over the weekend of this gentleman. He was talking about in different counties. I guess he does something with politics. And he was talking about how the elections were stolen, which we kind of know, right? Because Donald Trump thanked Elon for the things that he does with the computers. Then Elon Musk said that he only won. I don't know if y'all seen that. He only won because of me. He wouldn't have won without me. Was because he rigged the election. The thing about it is anybody going to tell? Is Elon Musk going to tell? No. Is Donald Trump going to tell? No. If Elon Musk tells, he knows he's going to jail. That's election fraud. He will go to jail, and his billions of dollars can't get him out. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Elon Musk is going to open up his mouth and spill the beans because of the implosion? So we'll talk about that. But y'all, last week, I wasn't here for the entire week. I was with the Net 7 Collective. Oh my God, we had this is our 2-year anniversary, and we had a retreat. This is our first retreat we had in Washington, D.C. And it was absolutely amazing. And if you don't know anything about the Net 7 Collective, it is it's a group of women that God placed on my heart to coach and train, because I want to really, my goal is to close the wealth gap. And I want to empower Black people in general, our family, our community, to do what we can to close the wealth gap, because that's important. And as we see what's going on politically with everything that's happening, they're doing things intentionally to try to keep us disenfranchised, to try to keep us poor. And there's an African proverb that says that when you teach a man, you teach an individual, but when you teach a woman, you teach a nation. It's no diss to men. But what it means is that women are not only going to get the knowledge, they're going to share the knowledge, they're going to spread the knowledge to their community. So they're going to teach their children, and it's all about legacy building, right? So this is not anything about being divisive, But my call and my mission is Black women. And there are people out there that specialize with Black men, but mine is Black women. And so last week we had a retreat, and I would love to show you guys what happened on the retreat. Like, it was so good. Let me share my screen with you real quick. I didn't get a chance to put it on a video, but let me just share my screen because I just created a video. Like, I did a little poem. Like, I do, how I be rapping in the beginning. I do a little spoken word, do a little poem. And so I did a little poem where I was just kind of talking about our experience, and because I love Black people so much, and specifically I really, really love Black women. And it was an amazing time. So I'm gonna go on my page, and where's my, oh, here go my Facebook page right here. What's up? What's up, Facebook? Shout out to you. Okay, so check it out. Here's Nets. This is the retreat we had. This is the reason why I wasn't live with you last week. Check. Net 7 was, wait, let me go back. From all across the country, we came, different cities, different stories, but all the same flame. Net 7 was a dream planted deep in my soul, a God-given vision that I could barely hold. Wednesday night at the Cambria Hotel, we hugged, we laughed, we had stories to tell. A meet and greet turned to dinner and fun. Dance battles and lamb chops set the tone for this run. Thursday, the spa, oh, what a time of relief. The bonding we had was beyond belief. The Get Financially Lit event where connections were made, and April Sampay, oh, she blazed the stage. A black man, a black man, a black man. We danced, we laughed, and we partied free. The vibes, the beauty, the energy. Friday was all about legacy at the African American Museum, where we learned more history. With every exhibit, it got clear, it seemed, that we are our ancestors' wildest dreams. Dee Dee, oh, how we appreciate you. You open your home to all of us too. We ate, we danced, we testified, from caviar to twerking. It was all the way live.
What makes me love you, honestly, is that you could be doing anything else. But God spoke to you, and you have the biggest heart to help other women.
So, Naomi, these are all your roots. Yes. Where you go, we'll follow you.
I'm seeing what you guys are doing in the world, and I'm so extremely proud. You guys, we have formed a sisterhood. Net 7 is because of you all. It's because you all made it what it is. And so I just wanted to tell you, I love you, and I'm grateful for you being in my life. You guys are everything that I needed. I need everything one of you. So thank you. I appreciate you. And I love all of you.
We just can't stop with just this week. Right. We just got to bring other sisters into the fold.
You are the proof of God's existence. You're the proof of God's manifestation in prayer. Because this is what I prayed for. This is what I fasted for.
Saturday morning was a day of elegance, where we boarded a yacht in all-white dress. We ate, we danced, we had a ball. I sat back and I took it in, and I watched the beauty of it all. That night became the grand finale unplanned. They came to my home. Oh man, oh man. We ate, we laughed, we sang off key with not one care in the world. Yo, we really partied. Kiswana on the mic, Victoria cooked the fish. The bonding was real. The vibe, it was thick. Shout out to our girl April Sampay on Sunday. Her and Malcolm Jamal Warner, they blazed the stage. Net 7 was a dream that was given to me, and it became much more than I could ever see. Black women building, dreaming, caring. No gatekeepers here, only knowledge and sharing. Because when you teach a woman, you teach a nation. And what we've created is well beyond any expectation. I'm grateful for every queen, almost 70 strong. So whether you made it to DC or you had to watch it from home, you are my sisters. You are my answered prayers.
Net 7!
Yay! So that was my week. That was what I was full doing. So that's the reason why I didn't come live every day last week, because I was hanging out with them from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all the way up until Sunday. And April Sampe absolutely killed it. She did a set with Malcolm Jamal Warner, and at the Capitol Jazz Festival, it was fantastic. She was so good, and she'll be here on Wednesday with us. So this is, this was just a great bonding experience, and I'm gonna actually bring Jiari on, so we can continue. Hey, Jiari, you look so pretty.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning. Okay, you got me all emotional with your. Can we give it up for the spoken word? First of all, my girl stay talented, right? Like just always surprising me. So beautiful. You got me emotional.
Oh, we had a good time. I wish you could have came, sis.
I missed it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad about that. But yeah, looks like it was a beautiful hat. Just
Yeah, we had a good
amazing.
time. Yeah. That's the reason why I wasn't here last week. And look at my voice is still raspy. A whole lot of drinking, a whole lot of just enjoying and having fun. So I'm still making up for it. We have a doctor in the group, Dr. Jones, who's normally here on Thursdays with us, and she told us what to detox. She's like, ladies, Dr. Jones is funny because she was kicking back them tequilas. She was like, it's vegan.
Right.
It's vegan. Dr. Jones is a vegan. But she told us to, let me tell you what she told us to drink. She was like, ladies, y'all got to detox. Oh, look, she's detoxing now. She's in the infrared sauna. She told us, let me tell y'all, because, okay, she said, drink water, kombucha, or sauerkraut juice. It'll help your liver out. What is sauerkraut juice? I never heard of sauerkraut juice. Have you heard of that?
You take a sauerkraut and you juice it.
Okay, I've never heard of sauerkraut juice, but I probably
haven't either. But yeah, all of that and some kombucha. Okay, looks like you probably might need that.
I think so. I think I might. So a lot's been going on this week, Jiari, and so politically, I've been seeing, because I haven't been keeping up a whole lot. But they was beefing. Elon was beefing last week, and I was mentioning before we did the video, before you came on, is that we know that there's fraud. There was fraud in the election. It was election fraud. Yeah. One thing I don't understand. One is, why aren't the Democrats investigating? And perhaps they are investigating, and we just don't know.
Hopefully they are, but really, I don't think that the way the system is set up, right? Especially what Donald Trump has put in place, what the Republicans have. Oh, here she comes.
So the last thing I heard you said, especially what the Republicans have put in place, what?
In the judicial system, right? Like, and how he's stacking it to where, it's a dictatorship, right? So we can sue, protest, all those things. He's going to have ultimate power, and that's scary. And I know everyone's talking about Trump and Elon, which there's a lot there, because Elon is saying, yeah, I bought America, right? Like a TV show, like something I watched on Scandal. But at the same time, California, Governor Newsom and Trump are going at it as
he got a lot of feuds going on. But let's start. Let me start with the Elon thing, because I want to break it down. And again, because I haven't really been here. I don't know if you guys have been really watching it, and I'd love for you to chime in. But maybe help me to understand, because what I understand is, first of all, that big beautiful bill that was put out there, Elon was pissed. Well, first of all, if you understood, there were they're taking away a lot of benefits that are for the underserved. Okay. What do you say? I love the poorly educated. These are the people who are being mostly affected by these rollbacks. His people who vote for him. And then the only reason why, so Elon been shutting shit down, and he been closing stuff. He's talking about it's not being efficient. The only thing that this man cares about is he is not getting his EV credits. That's the only reason why he's mad.
That's why he's mad, because whatever deal they had behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's the reason why he's mad. He don't give a damn if people are starving. He don't care if people are starving, people they lose their homes, because those 160,000 Black women that got laid off last month, that was part of Elon's efficiency to clean the government, to make the government more efficient. Oh, by the way, did you know, Jiari, that they're begging a lot of those people back to work in Washington?
Yeah, well, there was a lot of things. I think they're saying that were done illegal, and now what they wanted to happen it can't happen because there's nobody there. There's nobody there to make the moves, right? There's nobody to do what you want to, get done. And it looks like it's a shit show, right? It looks crazy. And then, but a lot of it, a lot of the money is just never going to add up, right? Like it's never going to add up. And I kind of think that I'm not sure if the fighting is really real. I mean, I know Elon is not getting what he wanted. He's having a complete tantrum, right? But with them, you've always got to read the fine print. You got to make sure, because I do think it's partly a distraction from the illegal stuff going down in LA. Well, I'm in Cali, so I'm concerned. Like, what is going on? Because now, our governor's like, well, we ain't gonna pay the taxes. We paying the little bit of taxes that the federal government is able to, collect on. We giving y'all.
A big portion.
Yeah.
So you got to look at it. Rural America, the folks who there's not, like Wyoming is not highly populated. Montana, these states are not highly populated. So they have the Electoral College to kind of give them more of a voice. And so they almost determine these elections, but they pay very little in taxes. So you want to bully California and New York, who pay the most in taxes. So
so Governor Newsom coming in like, I'm the big dog around here. I'm the winner up in here.
Yeah.
I'm bringing in the money in here. So,
right.
But at the same time, I'm like, okay, but then we know who we dealing with, right?
Yeah.
So he
don't
care about none of that.
Yeah. He don't care.
He's like, I don't care about what little money you got, because I just bought an election. So
right. And that's what.
And now I have all this power.
Elon was thinking, I didn't put $1 billion in to make sure that we rig this election. I should be able to get anything I want because I've written a check for it. And he was sad. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that he came to blows with the treasurer, the secretary treasury or something like that? Did you hear they was fighting? Elon, they was fighting. I read that last week. This motherfucker was over there. He shoved somebody. Shoved him in the ribs, and they came to blows. This happened back in April.
I didn't hear that part.
And then Trump said, "Oh, he's on but he's like Trump. He's like Elon is drugged out. He said Elon's on drugs. He can't come up back over here. Yeah. So they put it. And so Elon says had a black eye, and then Elon says,
wait. He said he was a crackhead.
Yeah, he said he was on drugs.
He called him. He said he was on Ozempic.
Said that Elon was on drugs, and then Elon says, the reason why the Epstein files wasn't released was because Donald Trump was in there. So
I've seen that.
Right?
I've seen that, but that's not new either. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, who cares at this point? I care. I know, we care, but who cares? They're not going to do anything. Yeah. Like, who's going to do something? I want to know. Like, what's about to go down? Like you said, are the Dems looking into it? Like, is anyone going to do anything? Or are we going to really allow him to deploy the military on California and call them? What did he call the riots? He said there were a bunch of insurrectionists. Oh, no. You didn't see that? Like,
I saw it.
He said there were a bunch of criminals and
he said you spit, we hit. But you keep going to California. I'm gonna get there. I gotta talk about you.
I'm here. I'm scared.
I know. We gonna get there. I want to sit on Elon real quick because Elon. So let me go back to Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And I know y'all want to get to California because that's what the hot news is. But I just want to kind of unravel this thing between Elon Musk and Trump, because then Elon Musk said, when you talk about the Democrats, Elon Musk said that bet. Fuck with me, I'm gonna fund the Democrats.
Oh yeah. And so then Trump was like, if Elon does that, like
he said you lose every single contract, you fund some Democrats.
if that ain't Cardi B and Offset right now, like, oh, okay, you gonna test me that I'ma screw your favorite athlete. Like they are,
Yeah,
they are really, yeah.
Crazy, but it's also illegal live in living color. They are writing this. They are putting this. He's tweeting this shit. That is illegal. But Trump doesn't care, and there's nobody that's holding him accountable. So
he doesn't care because he set it up. That's what I meant by the judicial. He already put these people in place to where we can't impeach him. They've been trying.
Yeah. The thing
he stayed in court, so he doesn't care because he already knows what he's done.
And they're not gonna do nothing anyway because they haven't done anything. And it's just like those people keep getting away.
They're not. And if you do, you see what happened the last time, and now I have all kinds of power.
Yes.
Stand down. Stand down, Proud Boy, stand down. That's all he said is stand down. He didn't say sit your ass down, lock up. No, I'm arrest you. He said stand down. Then he got rehired for the job, got in office, and then pardoned the ones that went to jail. What are we talking about? It's about to go down. That's why I'm back in Cali, because what Donald Trump just did hasn't been done since the 60s.
Oh, I didn't even know. So we're going to go there. Hold on. I just wanted to listen. Billionaires.
And Elon is backing it.
When they can't buy policies and politicians feel disrespected, the threat starts. But it's a spillover to everything else that's happening. But so let me just tell you, just a brief synopsis. Then we're gonna go to California. Okay. So the bill threatens Tesla's government and incentives. Okay. Mm-hmm. So his EV empire has been eaten off of tax breaks, EV credits, and any federal clean energy programs. So they're rolling those things back. Mm-hmm. So his big, beautiful bill proposes to eliminate and shrink many of these programs in favor of oil and gas expansion, which is also bad for the environment, right? Mm-hmm. That's traditional American energy. Trump don't give a damn about that. He don't give a damn if everybody died of cancer. He doesn't care.
But you also have to have to understand the place California holds in that, right? With PG&E and Edison and all the tax credits and all the money that's tied up into that. So it also, when we start actually getting into it, it makes me wonder, it's more than money, right? Because Newsom definitely supports Elon and all these tax credits and energy, like, they're there, right? So we're being attacked as part of this fight, in my mind.
Agreed.
So Elon is, he's not getting his way, but it's the money. The money.
SpaceX is one of the biggest government contractors in America. So if this bill passes, SpaceX could lose its military and NASA deals worth billions of dollars. So
what does that really mean? Loses military, and really, what does that really mean?
That means he loses billions and billions of dollars. It's about money. Mm-hmm. It's about money. And so that's what it is for. That's the whole reason. It, again, like we said at the beginning, it has absolutely nothing to do with, this is wasteful spending. It's, I'm not getting the money and I'm going to lose money. And I'm going to lose money, period.
I'm losing money. I'm losing people who back me. Mm-hmm. I'm losing the tax, I'm losing all of that. So yeah. And how do we get the states to back Trump and not Elon, right? Like that's where Donald Trump and his, whoever's writing Project 2025, because that's where he's getting his playbook from.
So you do realize that the guy who runs
wrote the big, beautiful bill. Yes.
He's now the one that's taking over Doge.
Yes. Understand that. I don't know why Elon missed it. I don't know why he got kicked out of the club, but it was the plan in the first place, because everything that they've been promising the first 100 days all came from, Project 2025. So here we are, which has been in the makes since probably Civil War.
They used they use Elon to get elected, and then they kicked his ass out to the curb.
Out the club.
And he's mad. He's mad. And so now he's throwing a tantrum. But I think he knows that his power is limited. His power is limited. Because
his power is limited.
Yeah, because they could do whatever they want to him. They could call him a crackhead. He could lose credibility. They could kill him. They could do whatever. They could
defund you real quick, right? I mean, they're doing exactly what they normally do.
Yeah.
Is once you are up here and you're no longer in our circle, then okay, you can go to jail like Epstein and hang yourself. Like
hang yourself.
Exactly, because I don't agree that's what happened, but you know what I mean. Exactly. So Elon should tread lightly.
Yeah, for sure. So then now let's get over to LA, because now you have it looks like a war zone. I thought honestly when I because I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to social media. I thought they were filming a movie. This looks like something out of a movie, like out of Armageddon. I didn't think. Look, Sophia said that he said that they tried to kill him, and if he winds up dead, we'll know why. So what they're going to do is they're going to do a character assassination first. They're gonna find all.
Well, they've already started it. That's why nobody wants their Tesla anymore, right?
Yeah, but they're also going to talk about his proclivities, his depravity. Oh, they're going to do a whole thing. They're going to destroy his character first. Like if they want to, just like they do in Diddy, they're going to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's already happening.
Yeah. But LA, the National Guard deployed 2,000 troops to LA without Gavin Newsom's permission. You don't do that. So if you're making enemies with all of these states, like how do you do that? That's not how you lead. Ladies and gentlemen, a leader knows how to have people follow him. Obama was a leader. People follow him. You unite people. You don't divide people. He calls them new.
He doesn't want so the plan in Project 2025 is basically for state to have control of their stuff, right? And so once you do that, then you can deploy small sections of military and take over them.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the plan. He can't get Gavin voted out of there, right? So take over. Like that shit's scary because it's like some of these laws that they are stripping away and these freedoms, these civil rights freedoms and things, in a minute, they can be able to knock on our door and say, we can take your property. Like people are not paying attention because that's the fine print in all of these.
Right.
And so people, oh yeah, they're stripping away. What did they just close? Job Corps. They're stripping away. All these things are, we need those things, right? But you have to understand the small print, under A, it's A1, A2, A3, all these freedoms that we have been afforded because we're really not legal. Understand? Mm-hmm. We're not citizens. We were amended.
Yeah, the 14th Amendment gave us citizenship, Black people citizenship.
And
why was that the first thing that they talked about once he got elected was the 14th Amendment? And I think he wants
because he's stripping all of those things away. It was an amendment. So if we can eliminate it, like a lot of these things they are taking away. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we won't be. Mm-hmm. And if yesterday when I was thinking about, the what's going down in LA. Can you imagine waking up today, having your podcast, going about your business, going to sleep and waking up in another place that you've never lived, you know nothing about. You have nowhere to go. Like can you imagine?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I can't. It's ridiculous. And it's not far-fetched from anyone that they deem does not deserve to be here.
Well, today I think Governor Newsom canceled his contract with ICE. So they're not going to be able to do business here legally. So Governor Newsom is suing Trump right now. And
which is straight bullshit because he's already rigged the judges.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, The Supreme Court already told him to bring back what's that one guy from El Salvador, and he said no. So he's not even listening to the Supreme Court. So it's like,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what the hell is what is suing gonna do? This guy, he's gotten sued. He's a convicted felon. He has 34 felonies. Like, what is that? Suing Trump does what? And
he's giving me I put all you niggas in Pelican Bay. Like, I'm King Kong. Like, he's giving me that right now. We are definitely in the hood, and we are definitely being punked until somebody else does something, says something.
Absolutely. Listen, Newsom, they are like enemies. You know, Newsom was deemed the anti-Trump, the pro-life, the pro-environment, all of that, pro-choice. Pro-choice, not pro-life, pro-choice, pro-justice, and Trump is all of the antithesis of all those things.
Everything. They hate each other.
Yeah, they clash over climate change. They don't believe in climate change. Don't you see that's what's going on with the environment?
That's part of the reason of just undermining Newsom's authority. I'm gonna send these fools up over here. Like, it's not just one thing.
Yeah.
He is disagreeing with everything Donald Trump, right? And the fact that, and siding with Elon, without it having to be said, because those are the policies California stands on anyway, like you just named all those things. And so, you know, the big energy money is held right here in Cali.
Yeah, right there.
And right here. And so, Donald, you know what? Handle my lightweight.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's not just political, though. This is also financial. You know, if Trump wins and he continues to try to punish California, it could mean they have cuts on education. Since education now, remember, they're trying to make everything statewide and not federal. So it means cuts to federal education. It means cuts to housing, to energy programs. All this comes from the government. It means loss of a lot of federal funding. Federal funding comes from state funding, most likely states like California. So if California stops sending their funds to the federal government, then like it's a
we can fund ourselves. That is what Newsom said.
Ourselves. California can fund themselves.
Pay me my money because I can fund myself. So that is
sending our money to the federal government.
Over there. He said that. I watched it a few times. Like, wait, what did he just say? But is he going to? Because he opted to sue, and that's why I said, like, he out here, he talking, but is he really talking?
Right.
You know
what's really going to happen? Because even if he sues, even if he's successful, what is the consequence? Because there's no consequences. There's no consequences. And so my hope, and the reason why I wanted to tie the two together is because my hope is that the exposure of what's going on in the White House will come to light. And then Trump could, you know, get kicked out of office and goes to jail. Then, you know, we're all happy and it's a happy ending. But if that happened, well, that means JD Vance also gets, he gets.
I was about to say, who will be president?
Yeah, well, if they go back and they find that the election, because what this guy was saying, I don't know if you've seen it, and I wanted to pull it up, but I couldn't find it. But what this guy was saying was, he said in this county, we had it was small counties. We had 500 votes, 500 voters total, right? 480 were for a Democratic senator, 5 for a Republican. But 100% of the votes were for Donald Trump. So you mean to tell me 95% of the people voted for, and this happened in all the swing states, this happened across the country, and you had 95% of Democratic voters voting for Donald Trump. So you have 0 voting for Kamala.
Voted for 0. I did see that too, and quite interesting. Quite interesting. However, it might be believable. I'm not saying I believe it, but it might be if you considered all the people who said they didn't like Kamala.
So you think they're going to go out and vote for a Democratic senator?
I'm not
going to vote for
I'm not saying that they did, but I'm saying the picture that has been painted makes it believable. You understand? So, they may have, but who are these people logical?
Right. See, but that's crazy.
That's the whole point about media, social media. That's what I'm saying.
But you think about the psychology of people. People who generally are going to vote blue are going to vote blue, whether it's Kamala or not. People who are going to vote red, they're going to vote red from the rooter to the tutor, from everybody on down. They're not going to vote a blue senator and then a red president. And I understand. I
agree, but they try to paint that picture that even Democrats hated her that much. They've been trying to paint that picture. Yeah, and so that's all I'm saying is, depending on, because how we get our news now is what we watch on social media, right? Yeah. So if everything red is in my news feed, I will believe the fact that, yeah, they hate her. They don't like her. You know, she's not even Black, right? Yeah. So yeah, they voted blue all the way down and red as a president because, you know, I can see that narrative being pushed. I'm not saying that I agree with it. It doesn't make sense, but, you know. Yeah. It does. The fact that he's the president doesn't make sense. The fact that he's the president after being impeached or I don't even know. Has he been impeached?
How does an impeached person, a convicted felon, run for president, and then he does all of these illegal things? Like, it's just,
after how he did not want to leave peacefully.
Yes,
there was no
that he what he could do. What do you call him?
With the insurrection people.
He pardoned the insurrectionists. Like, all of this.
Just the fact that the way he didn't leave when it was time for him to leave. Has that ever happened? No, I'm staying. I mean, like this, and then I don't care what your policy is. That would freak me out. Like, what?
You're right. It's crazy.
And then you give them another opportunity. And you know, so none of these things are logical, none of these things, and then try to tell the world that after those things, that people still rather voted for him than Kamala, even though they voted blue all the way down. Like, it doesn't make sense. But
I don't believe it. I don't even believe that the people are illogical. As much money as she raised, as much momentum that she had, you think about even in her campaigns, in her rallies, they were packed. Donald Trump could not get his full. His were not packed. So the momentum was not on his side. It was definitely rigged. Like, you got to be a blind person to see.
Well, he's going to tell you, those people that were at her rallies, do they even vote? Can they even vote?
Yeah, they can. They did.
I know.
But you do understand too that this whole idea of voter fraud that these white people have been talking about for so long, there is no existence. So you know that, like, a good percentage of, like, the voters in Georgia, the good percent of they were able to throw them out because they were saying that they were voter fraud. And remember that movie we watched, that any vote that appeared to have a Black name, they got it purged from the ballots. Y'all know that, right? They got it purged from the rolls. So there was so much that they did, and this is not new. They've been rigging elections since the beginning time of this country, so that they can stay in power, so that they can keep you disempowered, disenfranchised. I mean, that's the way of the world. That's the way that things have gone. And so the question is it going to come to light? I think so at this point. Like, we've had enough. You know, I was kind of like, okay, Trump is in, Black folks, we still need to unite. We still need to get information. But now, you know, enough is enough of this bullshit. It really is. Because here's the thing, these billionaire beasts and all the stuff that's going on, you know, him overstepping, overreaching, being a dictator, being a fascist, this affects our pocketbooks. It affects our dollars. It affects the markets. It affects jobs, housing, investment confidence. That's the reason why you see things happening in the stock market. The National Guard, their presence can lead to business shutdowns and property damage and fear-based policies. Yes,
which already is so hard to purchase in Cali right now. They're not even insuring houses.
Yeah, it's hard to get homeowners insurance.
So all of this is,
our communities are hit the hardest. Black people, Hispanic, immigrants, these communities are hit the hardest. So why they over here playing checkers shit in DC? Who's the pawns?
They know exactly what they're doing. That's why he started with Cali, and I'm stuck on that.
You think he's making an example of California?
Do I think he's making a what example?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's started the game. No examples. I think we are there. I think we are in those times that people, the war starts financially.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, they're fighting over the money right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who has power? If we are saying financial, the money is the power, anything that is a threat to him, he's attacking it. He started with Cali. It's not a warning. It's not an example. Maybe other people will fall in line, but Newsom wasn't. In the chat, they're saying, Newsom's getting ready to be president. Yeah, I mean, if there's a position in 4 years.
Oh, because he's going to be king. Right? Because
he's not going to leave. I don't know. How is it like if the judges don't say, nah, he could stay, he's still not going to leave. He's like that man who moved when you asked to help. You asked for help. Listen, when you ask for help to move and that man says he will help you, and then all of a sudden there is a dresser that you don't recognize in your room, and you're like, well, whose dresser is that? No, I'm not going. Like, I'm not going anywhere. And you're going to love me. That is what Trump is singing right now. And I mean, we laugh, but I'm just like, every time we talk about him, we say, is he really doing that? Did he really do that? What is he going to do? Is he going to get rid of the IRS? Is he going to cut this? Yes. Is he bold enough to deploy illegally military on California? They're here. Right. Like, we are here.
That's right.
Thank you, because we are here, and I don't, we're here. So what are we going to do? And I don't even know at this point who is we. Like, who is his enemy?
Right. That's true.
Because it's not just Black people. Is it women? Is it poor? Like, and what class? Because a lot of people out here think they are rich and they're not. Like, you're not included.
Right. If you make $1 million, you make 6 figures or 7 figures, you're not rich. You're poor.
Your property will be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Either by some kind of tax, some kind of something. Like, you're gonna have no fight. He has ripped away all the protections, trying to get rid of unions. You're about to lose your job if they're not just coming in and firing you. Right? Because, like, you have to understand all of these things that have these little fine prints. People are not paying attention. Your pockets are being attacked.
Right.
If you can't just come in to work and be fired because you have a union or something, they actually take that away. Like, they're fighting against that. They're trying to, get rid of them. Like, all these little things, all these programs, and then once you lose your job, or whatever the case may be, that what funding is there? Like, what, so get a business.
Yeah, that's
right? Like,
we got to start building our financial fortresses. We have to practice collective economics. I can say that till my face turns blue. So Black people, start your businesses. Don't worry about government funding. Don't worry about government contracts. Don't worry about any of that stuff. We have to support each other, just like the Jewish people support each other. So let's start our businesses. Let's look out for each other. Let's be intentional about how we spend our dollars. We got to do that. You got to educate yourself. So things like the Grow Your Money Club, I have trainings in there to help you, to kind of get you financially astute so that you can build your business. I have the business blueprint training, shows you how to establish your entity. I show you how to get your credit together so that you can get funding, so that you can get business funding. These are the things that you need in order to go to the next level, to get out of the rat race, so that they won't have a thumb on you. You got to do something that's different. If you want change, you got to stop doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. If you got a business idea, don't wait. I do the Bring Your Idea to Life training. I'm getting ready to do another one next month in July. So get prepared for that. But if you want to look at the replay, it's $59. Go to bringyouridea2life.com. But you got to take the time to invest in yourself. And of course, if you're a Black woman, we are on the front lines. We just lost 160,000 jobs last month, but we are on the front lines with business ownership. We're more educated. We're out there. We're doing a damn thing. So I have a group called the Net 7 Collective. This is a community where Black women become wealth warriors. This is all for you. So there are solutions to the problem. We don't want to just come here and talk about the problems. We also want to give you solutions. And there are things that you can do every day to invest in yourself so that you can go to the next level and you can be insulated from things like this. But Jiari, we got to go. I started late and we have
work to do.
We got Catalyst. So I also own Catalyst Real Estate Professionals in California. We're the largest Black real estate firm in California. Jiari is one of our top agents. And so we're in California, DC, Maryland, Virginia. And we got a sales call like right now that we got to hop on. But if you want to invest in real estate, now is the time. Don't wait. Because right now, while there are deals out there that you can get concessions paid for, you can get even if the interest rates are a little bit high, as long as you can afford that payment, get into some property, get into real estate. So call us. We're in DC, Maryland, Virginia, and California. So any of those states. And if you're not in those states, if you're in other states, we can refer you to other people. So Jiari, how can they reach you?
I'm Jiari. I'm at Jiari _Williams _realtor. Yeah. On all social media.
Jiari _Williams _realtor. Okay.
There I am.
And then of course follow me everywhere. I am Constance Carter. But we'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel to give you some more goods that you can use. Hopefully you will be able to take some nuggets from here and just apply them, because we don't want to just, talk about the doom and gloom, but we also want to give you some hope. But the hope comes with you investing in yourself in whichever way possible. You being here is an investment as well. All right. We'll see you later. Peace.